Hi there, I'm Chad, a craft beer nerd and coffee snob who combine those two passions and turn them into Sofee, a carbonated cold brew that is unlike anything else on the market, including the few sparkling coffees that have recently begun bubbling up. Promise you, that's my only dad joke, I promise. The products are all natural with no preservatives and yet still have a 6-month refrigerated shelf life. The base is just cold brew coffee and agave nectar, and that's it. To cater to a more curious palate, I'll also add some real extracts like monk fruit, orange, and chocolate. We have cans and kegs, and the lineup includes the Purist, which is the original flavor, the Hedonist is orange mocha, and our most strongly caffeinated one is the Masochist, maybe not surprisingly. I'm also in the process of doing an oat milk latte version. Well, I'd love for you to take my word for how good Sofee is and how unique it is. I'm a research guy, and I have quantitative research to back up just how well everyday, normal, carbonated drinkers think about this brand. I'll delve a bit more into it tomorrow should Sofee be invited back. So not too long ago, I was still hand bottling samples of it, and LA Libations' own Danny Stepper told me, "You have a really good liquid here. When you have a brand, let's get back in touch." Well, since then, I've secured trademark clearance on the name, created a logo, and other brand assets. Gelson's has committed to carrying Sofee in all of their stores. I've got Tullamore Irish Whiskey as a partner to make some killer cocktails. And I've secured product placement for Sofee on NBC's Superstore. In short, I've planted the seeds for what I will believe will become a major brand. I've done this as a sole employee and someone who is entirely new to this industry. My point is not how great I am, but how great Sofee can be. But only through collaboration with people like yourselves. Together, we'll go from being a really good liquid to a really amazing brand. Thank you so much.
I have a feeling that there are probably people in the audience who want to know what this tastes like, because carbonated coffee is not something that you see every day. Mike, what are your thoughts on the liquid?
So, I think getting a little more on the founder was good for me. This is the brewer's take on coffee, and as a coffee snob, I'm not always interested in flavored coffee. Maybe I want a barista. Let's call it that. I really, really like the taste of this. I felt like it was some of the best in terms of an RTD coffee that I've had in a while.
It's high praise for sure. Bill, Sofee, in terms of its positioning on the market, a sparkling coffee, education is going to be needed around that. I mean, what do you think that Sofee has done right? What do you think they need to improve upon?
Yeah, I think I echo Mike's comments. I think the formulation's great, really, really well done. I do like the label's really, really chic. It's really nice, kind of minimalist. The one thing that was a little challenging, they have sort of the fanciful, playful SKU names, and beneath them, they are writing exactly the description of them. This one's a little bit stronger, this one has orange and mocha notes, and I think calling those out a little bit more prominently, there's some happy medium between the minimalist design and informing the consumer, and I think finding that happy medium would be really helpful to understand, especially the differentiation between the different SKUs.
Mm-hmm. Polina, there's so many RTD coffees on the market, so many brands out there. Sofee's got a different take on this category. Would you approach, or would you be interested in a sparkling coffee brand like Sofee?
I would be interested. I would just probably want to learn a few more things, like the team, because it's just a brand new brand. And
mm-hmm. Well, Chad asked, he's maybe mentioned, if he's offered the opportunity to be up on stage tomorrow. If he is, what do you want to hear more about?
Because he just said that this is his first venture in food, or food and beverage. So.
Got it. Fred, in terms of what the package looks like, a lot going on with Sofee. I mean, do you think this could stand out on shelf?
I think it's elevated. The coffee for the curious. I really like that tagline. I think we need to lean more into the curious aspect. If you took this brand now and put it on shelf in a competitive set with other canned coffees, it would feel like it was just coffee. The point of difference of one, sparkling, and two, to Bill's point, these flavors, this orange mocha, that's what separates this, and I don't get that, either from the general color palette or the hierarchy of information. And it is a superior liquid. I want to make sure it doesn't get lost because the packaging undermines those unique aspects.
All right. Excellent feedback. Let's move on.
Hey, it's Ray Latif with Taste Radio. If you like what you just saw, hit subscribe and ding the bell. You'll be happy you did.